Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV, and it's time once again for your weekly wrap-up. And this week I wanted to talk about Amazon's influencer program, which for me has turned out to be a really nice addition to what I do here on the channel. So many of you, of course, are watching me on YouTube, but I have always been mindful of not putting all of my eggs in YouTube's basket. And for many years, that was really the only place you could earn some decent revenue from making content. But things are changing a bit, and Amazon's been really making a push to attract more independent creators to their website through the store to get independent product reviews and other types of content running alongside product listings. And it's turned out to be something that has been very good for me and my business, and I wanted to talk about what I'm doing there and how if you are creating content, you might want to consider going there as well, because it's really, for the first time, something that rivals what YouTube can offer a creator without having to go shop around for sponsorships. So let's take a look at what this is all about right now. Now, before we jump into this topic, I do have a disclaimer to make because I recently finished up a paid project for Amazon where I produced a series of tutorial videos about how YouTube creators can upload their content to Amazon and track the performance of that content. But like all of the sponsorships and other things that I do here on the channel, this is something that I really do think is a good thing, and that's why I put my name on it. I did join the program back in 2018 or so, uploading pretty much my entire back catalog to Amazon product pages. And I did have to devote a lot of staff time to that, my part-time helper here, who had to edit some of the videos and upload them. So there was definitely some investment on my part to get my content there in the first place, but it did work out for me, and it was something that I wanted to help other creators learn about, which is why I took the project. And let me add here that Amazon is not sponsoring this video, nor did they review or approve what you're about to see throughout the rest of the video today. Now, in order to sign up for the influencer program, you do need an Amazon affiliate account first, and you also need to have a YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram account where you are currently producing content. And there's an application that you can fill out. They review it and decide whether or not you meet the qualifications to be a part of it. Now, this is largely an affiliate revenue system, no matter what type of content you're uploading. The difference is that the affiliate revenue you are earning is being earned on the Amazon website directly, as opposed to being brought to Amazon from your YouTube or Facebook page or something like that. So you're basically going to be having your content in front of Amazon customers while they are shopping for a specific product that you've reviewed or have been talking about. And I think that's why this has such potential for small creators, because they don't have to know who you are to see the content. It's going to be in front of people when they're browsing product pages. Now, as many of you know, I've got a big problem in this industry in regards to people getting paid to do glowing product reviews and not revealing that they are being paid to make those glowing reviews. And on YouTube and in other platforms, they're compensated irrespective of whether or not they're telling the truth, because it's all based on the views that they're going to get on that video. On the Amazon side, it works differently, because if I sell you a bill of goods on something and you buy the product thinking, wow, this guy really thinks it's great, I think it's great too, and then you get it and you learn that it isn't so great, well, of course, you can return that product. And when you do, that return comes out of the earnings that I got from the initial sale. So there's a real disincentive here to be dishonest, because it will come out of your earnings when those products come back. And I am always checking every morning on my affiliate control panel which products came back. And I go back in and look at those videos and see what I might have missed, because it's really important to give people the full picture of the product, the good and the bad, because ultimately you want someone to be satisfied with a recommendation that you're providing to them. And if they're not, you're going to see that reduced from your earnings. Now, once you get into the influencer program, you will get your own landing page on the Amazon website. They call this an influencer storefront. And as you can see here, mine needs a little bit of work because I'm still running with the default banner here, but you can get people to follow you here and kind of build up an audience. So this would be the equivalent, of course, to a subscription on YouTube or a follower on Instagram or Twitter. And this will consolidate all of your content. Now, they take 4 different types of content at the moment through this influencer program. The first is called an idea list, and I've got a bunch of those here. And I use these a lot because sometimes I'm reviewing a project that I'm working on, and there's a lot of products that are in that project. So for example, the other day we did a video on capturing DV footage from old digital camcorders, and these are all the different products that I used in that video for that project. And so you can consolidate them in one spot. You can share the link so you can bring people directly to this little snippet here. And as people are looking at this, you can leave little text snippets here also so they can see exactly why you chose that product. So that's a useful thing, especially if you've got a bunch of products that are featured in a single piece of content. They also have something called Shoppable Photos. Now this is something I'm not using, but if you're taking a lot of Instagram photos or doing a lot of photos on Twitter, this is kind of the equivalent, except that when you upload the photo, this is an example by the way, when you upload the photo, you can match the photo to products, and this will surface in many different ways throughout Amazon. So this is a really helpful thing to do, especially if you're mostly a blogger or Instagrammer doing static content like that. And then of course we've got the videos, and the videos actually live in a couple of different places. So of course they're going to be on your landing page here. They will appear in the order in which they were published. By the way, when you upload video to Amazon, there's no need to pace yourself. So typically I do maybe 3 or 4 videos a week on my YouTube channel, but I don't upload them all at the same time because that would overwhelm the subscriber base. Here, they're not really getting pushed out to subscribers, they're just living on product pages. So whenever the video is done, upload it. So a lot of times you might find videos that I have shot and finished but haven't yet published on YouTube that are already up on Amazon if you're snooping around on there. So that's one place that they show up. Another place where they appear on Amazon is on the product listing. So for example, here's one of those Go Coax Mocha adapters I reviewed recently, and where your videos will appear is on the product page itself above the customer question and answer and review section. And you can see here that my video is one of the first ones, or the first one that you'll see. In fact, all of these are mine because I'm probably the only person that talks about these on YouTube these days. And when you go in, you can click on the video and watch it, and then see what products that are part of that video that I uploaded. And if people watch 30 seconds or the entire video, that's where you get your commission from the affiliate program. And it's nice because as people are just looking around for a product to purchase, they can get a good review from you about that product, irrespective of what it is. And there's so many products on Amazon right now that don't have a video associated with them. There's a lot of opportunity, I think, to get in and get your content up there and earn some revenue in a way that you were not earning before. Now, the underlying philosophy of how these Amazon videos work is that they are about products, not topics. So on my YouTube channel, for example, the Monday show that I do, this show is a topical show, and then I do a bunch of product reviews. So those product reviews that I do are always going to do better than me uploading this topical discussion to Amazon, because every video is basically tagged to a product or a set of products, and they're found by customers who are on product pages. So just keep that philosophy in your mind as you're thinking about what content you have that might be compatible. Again, products, not topics. They also have some guidelines that you need to follow, and compliance with these guidelines is why we had to do some initial editing. So I'm going to step through these, but definitely check out the link you see on screen in case anything changes in the future. So let's step through what is not allowed here on the content guidelines. The first is that they do not allow for external links. That includes promoting your social media channels. They want you to accurately tag products, because when you upload the video, you tell Amazon what products are in the video when you do that upload initially. So you want to make sure that if you're tagging a product, that it's actually in the video itself. If it isn't, it might get rejected. They also do not want you asking people to do actions that are not currently supported on the Amazon video player. So for example, you cannot leave comments on Amazon videos right now. So if I ask you to leave me a comment down below on what you think or whatever, that is not allowable. You're going to want to edit that mention out if you're soliciting comments. They also do not want any mentions of prices or promotions. And that's because prices and promotions change over time. And these videos really live a super long time on Amazon. In fact, I've got stuff from 4 or 5 years ago that are still getting watched right now because the product is still being sold on Amazon. So they want those mentions of prices not in there. You cannot ask customers to leave positive reviews. That's an important one. And they also don't want you linking to products or talking about products that are not sold on Amazon. Additionally, they require you to give accurate disclosures about how the products came to you. So this is something that I'm really happy to see them enforce because that's a big thing for me. So if you are getting free product or being compensated in some way, you need to disclose that up front. Now, I know this sounds like a lot of rules to follow, and you're probably thinking about all the editing you're going to have to do to get into compliance with some of your older videos. But honestly, it was worth the time and money investment that I made initially to get that back catalog up there, because I've got, again, a lot of stuff that has been kind of just dead on YouTube that's still actually earning a little bit of revenue on Amazon. And if you've got a lot of those little videos out there, it's a good place to breathe some new life into them, even if you have to put in a little bit of time to get them into a compliance state. When I make videos now, I'm always thinking about these rules as I'm producing the video. So for example, you'll see me talking about price on YouTube right up front, and I can just easily snip out that price mention and make a slightly shorter video for Amazon that doesn't mention the price. And again, if I catch myself asking for comments or something, I'll just make a note and just very quickly edit that portion out before we send up the Amazon version of the video. But again, it's a little bit of extra work, but not much these days. And again, it's really, I think, worth your time to consider that. Now, the last piece of content that's part of this influencer program is their live system. And if you are doing live streaming, it's definitely something to check out because it's still pretty early days for this streaming platform. Now, this is different than Twitch. Remember, Amazon owns Twitch, but this is going to appear on the Amazon website directly. And I'll show you on your landing page where those streams will show up. It'll be down here at the bottom. So this was the last stream that I did the other day with the Razer Kishi. And when I do live streaming, I'm actually doing streaming to both YouTube and Amazon at the same time because they do not require any exclusivity at this moment in time. So you can stream to where you usually stream and then provide a link so that people can watch you on Amazon if they prefer to do that. I'm going to click on this link here, which is going to bring me to my live stream page, and you get an actual page of live streams that you've done previously. So if you go to this page, you can see all the prior ones that we did. Now, the way this works is that customers will see a little carousel here at the bottom of the screen. So when you set up your stream, you basically tag the products before you begin. And then as you're streaming on their streaming app, you can click on the product that you're currently featuring. And what will happen is that when you're live and somebody is out browsing the product page of the product that you're currently covering, they will see the video, in many cases, embedded on the product page while you're live. And I found that depending on the time of day, you'll see a lot of traffic come in from folks that are watching. There is a chat component so you can interact with the audience while you're live, and it's pretty cool to do. Now, you do, though, need an iPhone, an iPad, or an iPod Touch in order to use the live streaming service right now. You can stream from OBS or vMix like you do normally, but the control of the stream, in other words, when it starts and stops, and the chat room and the product carousel, all of that stuff work from the phone. So if you don't have an iOS device right now, you can't do the Amazon live streaming. Hopefully they'll get some other platforms into the mix shortly. But that's really the only gotcha with this one. It's been really fun for me because I didn't do a lot of live streaming before, and now I'm doing it a couple of days a week. I'm seeing much larger audiences on the Amazon side than I do on the YouTube side. And most of the time, it's usually just me sitting here tinkering with something, getting ready to do a product review video. Every once in a while, I will record a video live while we're streaming. So that's been a lot of fun to kind of get real-time feedback as to what I should put into the video. And that's the kind of streaming that I usually do. Now, they do have a leveling up system built into their live streaming platform. So you begin as kind of their rising star level, and then as you gain more supporters and you see certain types of metrics on your stream, you get moved up into other levels. I've been able to get up to the A list, and I got a trophy back there from Amazon when I hit that level, and that'll give you the opportunity to occasionally stream on top of a product category during a special event. I also have appeared on the front page of Amazon a few times as well, so it's been kind of fun to do that. And again, I just kind of integrated it into my daily workflow. So a lot of times it's just me kind of working on something and hanging out with all of you, and that's been a lot of fun. So that's an overview as to how I've been using the Amazon Influencer Program. It's been a very good thing for me. Again, I'm not replacing YouTube with it. It's in addition to, and this is one of the first programs that I've encountered over the time that I've been doing this for a living that is actually able to provide a good revenue stream for the amount of time and effort that I put into it. And because most of my content is pretty compatible with how the Amazon system works, for me it was a real no-brainer. So if you've got content out there, I would look at this and start experimenting with it, because I think it's an opportunity that a lot of creators have not been looking at. And we're always talking about there needs to be some alternative to YouTube. Well, this is a good one, I think, and they're providing a really great opportunity for especially small creators to be competitive. So definitely check it out and let me know what you think down in the comments below. And on the topic of revenue, this week's wrap-up, as always, is being brought to you by all of you, because we do have a diversified revenue plan for the channel. And I want to thank 2 super chatters who contributed during one of my YouTube live streams the other day that were simulcasted over to Amazon. They are Tony Tyga90 and Isaiah Cox. And then we have a new supporter through the YouTube membership program, Jack Carr. I want to thank everyone who contributed to the channel this week and everyone who's been contributing on an ongoing basis, and all of you who watch on a regular basis too, because all of those things equal channel growth. And if you want to support the channel, you can. You can go to Lon.TV/support and make a monthly or a one-time contribution through my donor box page. By the way, we support PayPal on that, but PayPal is raising their rates, especially for smaller contributions. So if you were using PayPal or are using PayPal, the Stripe option on the donor box page will give a little more money to the channel versus to PayPal, so just be aware of that. We also support the YouTube membership program through the join button there, and then we recently added Floatplane to the mix, which is the Linus Tech Tips video platform, and that's another place that I upload to. You can find me on a bunch of other places, including my Extras channel for supplementary content and unboxings. We have the podcast, which is usually just the audio version of this show, but occasionally a few special things here and there. And then if you wanted to go check out what I've got on Amazon, you can go over to Lon.TV/Amazon shop and see all of the content that we are putting up there. You can engage with the channel with my very infrequent email list at Lon.TV/email. We have my Facebook group at Lon.TV/Facebook group, which is growing significantly. By the way, the Discord is kind of in a rolling beta right now, so if you go to Lon.TV/Discord, you can join. I'm still trying to figure out how to use it. Brian Parker, who's a supporter of the channel, has been helping me with that, along with Mark Dell. So pop in, let's get some people going in there, and we'll try to figure out what to do with Discord. And then, of course, we've got my store, where I sell previously used items that I reviewed prior here on the channel. And these are the actual items that were on the table here, so there's only one of everything. And I didn't have them all that long, so most of them are pretty close to new condition. And if you want to get notified every time I add something to the store, you can go to Lon.TV/store alert, which is a special email list we put together to let you know whenever changes happen there on the store, so you don't miss out on something. And that is going to do it for this week's weekly wrap-up. I hope you found this week's topic of interest, because I know a lot of creators out there are always looking for new opportunities, and I'm always trying to look for those for myself, but also share those experiences with all of you. That's going to do it for now. Until next time, this is Lon Seidman. Thanks for watching.
This channel is brought to you by the Lon.TV supporters, including gold level supporters Chris Allegretta, Tom Albrecht, Jim Callagher, Hot Sauce and Video Games, and Brian Parker. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to Lon.TV/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit Lon.TV/s.